Well, I'd like to welcome everybody back here for another lesson here in our special education Wikimedia program. Today, we're here to talk about iOS and just give everybody who's here a brief introduction to it and what it is. So let's bring it up here. For the purposes of this program, I've downloaded an emulator called iPadIan. And so what we're going to see is similar to what you would see on an iPad, basically, which is also similar to what's on an iPhone, which is also similar to what's on an iPod because they are all the same in many ways, essentially, while they are also very different. We're going to go over that a little bit as well here in this lesson. So let's bring it up here together now. Here it is. So what we have here is this is the main home screen on the iPad here, and any iOS device. We have the browser Safari. The main purpose of it is for accessing the internet, as we can see here. It comes up with Google right away. It's great for many students to use because many students do need to access the internet. So we'll just go back to the home screen here. Usually on our regular iPad, the button is in the middle, and any iOS device it's in the middle. So now we also have the mail program. The mail program is also really cool because what you can do with this is you can set up any email provider in here for the most part. So for example, if you're a teacher here with a school district, or if you have a student account that you need to set up, or if you're setting it up for a student for a college and university through the IT department, you would just do it right here, and you would just go ahead and say new account, and then you would say what kind of account it is or whatnot. And if it's not there on the list, you would just add it to the list. Gmail, Hotmail, and Yahoo and Facebook messaging are the three most generic types of accounts that are used here in these scenarios. So what we'll do is we'll just pop back home again here. So that just gives us an idea of what the mail program setup would look like. The mail program setup would probably be used in scenarios where parents want to communicate with teachers about the child's progress, or in a K to 12 system, or where in the university, college, adult basic education programs and things like that, where the students could work with the instructor and the disability services department directly via email. Continuing on here, we have the music program. The music program its purpose is just for listening to music, which we can get from the iTunes store. We can also do recordings and have them playable from here as well. There are some good apps in terms of assistive technological apps that would utilize this if we were doing like recordings in the classroom and stuff like that. They would be playable from here. So we're just gonna pop back home again now. And then there's the photos area. Most of our items are actually stored in the photos area for photos that we want to look at. So we can come here, pick our photos that we want to look at kind of and just go through them. It allows us to organize our photos as well. So that's another great feature of the iOS system. It's really a phenomenal system. So let's go back here again, home. So on the top here, on the main screen, these are the most commonly used apps. For example, the App Store is the most important out of all the apps because it allows you to download and take new apps from the internet, from the Apple Store, and bring them right into your iOS device. That's why it's important. So if you're with the Disability Services Department at a university, or if you're a special education teacher in the K to 12 system, you can come here to download the apps that you need to ensure your students' success. And the calculator is also a commonly used app on the front page here. And then we've got the clock, which is great if your students need to get up at a certain time to make it for classes or to different functions and stuff like that. You could teach them how to set alarms in here, which is It's a really nice feature, but also they can learn the times in relation to each other. So, example, we could see the times from different world clocks all over the world. So we could see how they could see the difference between them all. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm just going to go to Nanaimo, BC, for example, and then I'm just going to go ahead and hit add and see if it sees that. So because this is an emulator, it doesn't actually see our city here, but we get the idea that yeah, you can see the different clocks in different cities and see what the time ranges are in differences. If you're a college student, this is a great feature because you might end up working on projects and stuff like that that are associated with different time range areas. Well, and that's something that may happen more in a bachelor's degree program, though, than the adult basic education program. So we'll move on here back to the home screen again. And then the Facebook app is one of our personal favorites. Along with the Facebook app comes an app called Facebook Messenger. Facebook allows you to sign into your Facebook account right here. Once you sign into your Facebook account, it's there and it's always logged into it. So if you have a kid that's if you're a parent of a child that's your kid is needing to communicate with you, they can just do it from here through the Messenger program by being signed in all day long. It really is a great feature, Facebook and Facebook Messenger. But also this is a great place for teachers and college professors to be able to communicate with their students as well through the Facebook. And finally, we have Gmail, one of the best email programs out there. Gmail is neat because it allows it's called one account for everything basically. So what that means is if you don't have a lot of storage space on your device, you can actually use the Google Cloud, believe it or not. And what the Google Cloud allows you to do is it allows you to store projects on there that you're working on for your instructors if you're a college student, and that's great. And it kind of has like its own word processing system in there too, which is awesome. So then we don't always need to use Microsoft Office for spreadsheets and that sort of thing. So we could just continue on using it. But it's also a great place for teachers in the K-12 system to store assignments for students as well, because many teachers are using Google Drives currently and sharing the assignments out to their students through Google, and then the students are putting their assignments back into the shared Google Drive, and many teachers are marking them there. That's been ongoing for a while now. So at this point, I just want to say, yeah, this is currently the new, this is the iOS system. It's just a basic rundown on what it looks like here. We're going to talk about it more in a little more detail in a little while, and some of the great things that can be done with it and how it can be a great advantage working hand in hand with Google and Facebook and many other wonderful applications that are out there. So thank you for coming down, and I look forward to talking with everyone next time. Thank you. Bye now.